All right, folks, welcome back here to the fourplex. It's Halloween. We have a spectacular game tonight here between your Moncton Hawks and Miramichi Rivermen. The boys are sporting the black jerseys with the red pant shells. Hawks are missing Fournette, Martin, and St. Clair. All out to injury or sickness. Brody Estabrooks has been brought up once again for his third straight game. Home game tonight. Hawks will travel tomorrow to Miramichi and play them in their barn tomorrow. But we start here. Well, Tony, the refs already have that penalty box open. I hope that's not a sign for what's to come here tonight. Refs just looking for some pucks, and we'll get some hockey action underway here soon. There we go, folks. It's Halloween. Miramichi wins the draw, sends it right in right away. Back there is Patrice. He works along the boards. Puck squirts around to Millier. Millier up the boards to McPherson. McPherson stripped of the puck, but it's picked up by Boudreau. Boudreau now trying to hustle his way across the line, but that's stick check back to Richard. Richard to Millier. Millier right on net. Hawks go in for the chase. Along the boards. 4 players battling. McPherson back up to the line to Richard. Richard back down to McPherson. He takes a little bump. Has to roll it off into the corner, and he does. Now Casey along the boards. Back up to Richard. Richard over to Millier. Millier catches that on the backhand. Has to regroup there. Shot right on. Casey tries to work his way up the boards. Puck squirts away from him, but Millier able to hold it in. Shot towards the net wide, far corner. Miramichi able to get it down the ice, but that'll be an icing. Both teams will go for a change. Draw one by the Hawks this time. Cadet sends it in deep. Cormier tries to get on that puck. He chips it up to the point. Quick shot, tipped right on. That's wrapped around the boards, and Miramichi is going to try for the stretch pass. Agnew there with a nice little bump as he tries to hold possession for the Hawks. That's up the boards to Arsenault. Arsenault to Cormier. Cormier now tries to go wide. He's got some room, looking for an outlet. Drops it back. Squirts out to the point. Shot. Deflected into the corner. Cormier now all by himself. Puck is stripped away by Miramichi, but they got nowhere to go. Arsenault now tries to center it to Estabrooks out front. Cadet now looking for some space all the way over to Cormier. Cormier back the other way, down low. Along the boards here, walking to the slot area. Quick shot. That goes off a body and wide. Centering pass blocked by the goalie. Miramichi has no choice but to ice that puck. Good start here by the Hawks so far. Trying to get a couple more solid shots on net. First few were blocked, but doing the right things early. Draw one by the Hawks. Picked up along the boards, tried to be dropped back there. Miramichi player almost intercepted it from the point, tipped off the side of the net. Battle behind the net, puck squirts loose, goalie jumps on it. Well, on this Halloween night, all the members of your Hawks team dressed up in costumes showed up at the rink showing them off. I'm sure if you go to the Hawks website, you'll be able to get more details and pictures. We had everything from sumo wrestlers to Ninja Turtles. Some of the fans as well dressed up here tonight. That shot from the point is blocked and almost went back on a breakaway. Miramichi the other way. Robinson was back to stop that, however. Miramichi looking for the stretch pass. That goes through everybody and down the ice. And that'll be the third icing here for the Rivermen. This draw is picked up by the Rivermen, but they're unable to clear it. Another chance there, broken apart. Now Millier's got to be careful as he throws in the first hit of the game. Front of the Hawks bench, picked up by Casey. Casey trying to get it into the zone. Keeps working it. He's bumped in the corner. Boudreau trying to chase down his man. Here's Caleb LeBlanc. He's fast. He's one of their top guys in the league with his speed. And when he picks up a little bit of speed, he tries to go wide. He's got a great shot. Keep an eye out for him. He'll be number 15 in white. Miramichi able to hold it in. Nice little bump there by Millier. Both teams working at the puck. Agnew wraps it around the boards to McPherson. McPherson unable to chip it out. Picked up by Miramichi, but right away, Hawks Boudreau moves in and takes that puck from him. Millier up the boards to Arsenault. He stripped out the puck. They turn around and fire. Jaden gets his first shot of the game. High slot, not much wood on it. Another shot from the point. That sails up and over the net. Miramichi showing a little blood here now. They're first on the puck, trying to hold it in. They get some support. Now in the corner, we've got a four-man battle. And Miramichi able to send it back behind the net. They're first on it again. Trying to get it up to the point. Nope, they reverse it. Moncton right back up to the point, and they send it right back in the corner. Miramichi again first on the puck. As they play it back and forth, that just skips over a stick, and Arsenault able to have some room here. Millier jumps up into the rush. And that shot's right on the goalie as he pounces on the rebound. Five teams in our league here in the New Brunswick province, and each team has a win. Last week, Miramichi picked up its first win over the Caps, and the Caps picked up their first win against Miramichi the next night. Now back to the point, shot, lots of traffic, that sails through wide. Miramichi again, first on these pucks, putting two shifts back to back. That's centering attempts blocked down. Miramichi again on the puck. They work their way around. They center it out front. High shot. Here's a streaking Arsenault trying to get by, but that puck just gets by him. Now behind the net. Miramichi looking for a stretch pass all the way up to 14. He's going to get the line and send that in deep and go for a change. Millier back. That's right up to Robichaud, who tried to hit his man right away. Miramichi now going to have a chance to get it back in the zone, but that is up and away. There's a few of these last passes just not on the mark. Miramichi wraps it around the boards. And Millier sends it right back in. Moncton now, refuse, got a good chance, puts it right in the breadbasket. All alone for a half a second there. Miramichi coming back the other way, getting to the middle as they tried to cut. Rebound here as Miramichi's F2 came streaking in. Miramichi able to squeak their way after they get across the line. A few more feet as the Hawks not throwing the body defensively. Now Gaudette, center ice. Miramichi now back the other way. Burns flips it back in. Takes a hit from Gaudette. Both players go down. Front of the benches now, Miramichi getting some support. Puck deep in the zone. Here's a chance. Out front, scores! And just like that, nobody picks up the man in the high slot. Not even the high slot, low slot there. As everybody's sleeping, even the goalie. Exact same goal happened again against our first game of the Rangers with about 15 seconds left in the period. We've seen the same thing where the puck was in the corner, just backhanded out to the guy in the slot and he put it away. So Moncton, after a great start, gets a little bit sleepy in the last couple shifts and they find themselves down a goal. Shot right in. Goalie deep in his net on that. McPherson now, he works his way down the wing. Miramichi showing a little bit of life here after that goal. They seem to be moving and grooving. Unable to get the puck out this time, though, as Millier puts it right back in. Moncton tries to center it. That's knocked away by the goalie. Now Moncton behind the net. They get it up to the D-man, but that squirts out of the line, and Agnew has to retreat. Right back in by Millier. Cormier on it. Cormier tries to get it to the D-man, but that's picked off by Miramichi. Here they come on a 3-on-2, but they chip it in and go after the puck. Now, centered out front again, quick shot. Again, nobody picking up those streaking forwards after it's being picked up behind the net. There's another good chance by Miramichi. Hawks win the draw, pressured by Miramichi. Miramichi trying to win a puck battle here as Cormier had to come back and support him. Puck trickled down the ice. Hoping Arsenault could get a fast break on it. And now Miramichi across ice. They move across. Here comes Caleb Leblanc, the fast speedster. So he tries to get it to the point, but that goes off the ref and sneaks out of the zone. Miramichi now back the other way. Stick check by Gaudette now in front of the Hawks bench. Estabrooks turns and fires. Goes for a change. Miramichi now trying to work their way. They're knocked down. Hawks right back in deep. Hawks are doing a great job getting that puck in deep, but you can see they're not the first on the puck, which negates the reason for getting in deep. You got to win those battles and get in there. And again, Miramichi coming up on a odd man rush, looking for the 2-on-1 there. As Richard had to be quick with his skates to shut down that. He's on a fast break now as he comes back. Blocker saved by the goalie. Good little chance by Richard. Hawks now behind the net. Miramichi again able to get that puck out as they come through center and get it in deep. Nice little pass up to McPherson through the neutral zone. He loses it behind himself a little bit, and he's stripped of the puck. Gaudette going to try to keep it in. He does. Right over to the slot. Scores! Casey again. The man who was on fire last game continues his scoring touch here as he gets a pass from the boards and snipes it. Two similar goals here to start this game off. Nobody in front of both nets here to get both goals in the game. Miramichi wins the draw in deep. They go on the chase. Gaudette tries to poke it. Miramichi able to come up with the puck here. And that's wrapped around. Not out. Miramichi is going to try to get some wood on and fire, but as he tried to pull that back, loses the puck now deep in Miramichi territory. Up along the boards, Miramichi can't make that pass as they got to regroup. Defenseman tries to move the puck up. And after bouncing through the neutral zone a couple times, Miramichi retreats to pick that. Hawks knock it in deep again. This time Miramichi again able to pick up that puck with little resistance. Hawks now back it up as they try to enter the zone and control. Arsenault along the boards. Up to the point, Richard lets one go, and that's knocked down. Miramichi can't clear the zone. The Hawks able to keep it in. Cormier now gets it in deep. Miramichi wraps it all along the boards and out. Again, pass given away here, 2-on-2. Chance, goalie gloves that one down as he catches that one up by the ears. Hawks win the draw. Millier slapper from the point, but guess what? Nobody in front of the net. Another continuing trend that we're seeing here with the Hawks. They're finding ways to win the games, but I think they're making it a little bit tougher on themselves than they need to. Miramichi able to win this one. They send it around the boards. Hawks able to keep it. Agnew now from the point. That's off the goalie's shoulder. Now behind the net. Three-man battle. Estabrooks comes in to help out. Miramichi tries to send it up the boards. A little chip out. Millier back to pick it up. Hawks unable to make that pass there in their own zone as they got to send it back in deep. Miramichi trying to take advantage of this. They're able to keep it in there. Now along the boards. Puck squirts out. And Arsenault is going to pick that one up. He overskates the puck, and Cormier puts it in right behind him. Miramichi now looking for a stretch pass. That's going to be cut off easily by Robinson. That was telegraphed. Robichaud able to knock that back in deep. Hawks able to get that puck in, but don't seem to be maintaining possession deep in the zone here in the early going. Lots of battles happening, but Miramichi doing a good job knocking the puck off Moncton's stick and making it a little bit hard for them to set anything up. Moncton getting it in deep again. Another battle occurs. That one's just lobbed out towards the center of the ice. There's a chance for Cornette Patterson as he does a toe drag, and the goalie able to stop that as that was just starting to roll off his stick at the same time as he was shooting it. Cadet now pinches in to keep it in. He's along, throws a nice little body check there. He's still by himself, working his way to the slot. Quick shot tipped by their own player. Goalie able to make a pad save last second. Finally knocked out of his own. Patrice first on it, right back in deep. Goalie back there to stop the puck as Miramichi trying to get rid of it. And here comes another icing call as that was chipped in a little too early.
You'll be kind of the thriller there, Jamie?
Well, this is
a night for it.
This is a thriller. 1-1. Halloween vibes here, but feels more like a pickup game tonight. I don't know about you, Tony. No big hits yet.
Undecided between tricks or treats so far.
Yeah, still figuring this one out. Everybody just playing a little bit too leisurely and gentle. Both teams. There's a little hit by McPherson. Maybe that'll spark things up. Not as much bad blood between our Hawks and the Rangers. That centering pass picked up by McPherson. Another quick shot, but that goes up and over the net. He tries to take another one from a sharp angle. That's off the side of the net and covered up. So McPherson, the little spark plug there as he threw a hit, took a shot from the slot, and then one over on the side of the net. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump has arrived.
VIP.
Has a little bit more hair than I'm used to, though. A lot of draws being won in the neutral area. It's almost like who's going to pick up the puck first. As both teams taking turns winning the draws. Goalie out to play this one. Miramichi unable to get that puck out. It's Moncton again. Lots of battling going along the boards and in the corners here. Like I mentioned earlier, no big winners. Here's a shot that misses wide. Again, nobody in front of the net. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but there's another shot from the point. That one's tipped by the ringette line by Estabrooks.
Well, Jamie, don't want to jinx ourselves, so I'll knock on wood here, but we're not used to this.
Nope. The Hawks have normally come out a little bit more powerful.
Penalty free.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. 5-on-5 action, and we're in a 1-1 game. Abel from the point, and that gets knocked down by Miramichi. Miramichi trying to squirt someone behind Gadet here, but Agnew comes back to stop that. Miramichi first on it. They try to center it. Again, we've seen them do that 3 times, Tony. It worked once. Why not try it again? Jaden this time able to block that one with his paddle. Again, Miramichi centers it out front. It's a trend. It's happening. Every time they get that puck, here's a chance for the Hawks strip to the puck at the last second. As Cormier looked back for a hook, I think. Another chance. Crow off the goalie's shoulder, the post of the crossbar. The goalie going to give some love to his post, I think, there. Miramichi's lingering.
Yeah, you can dominate, but if you let a team hang around, want to bite you in the end.
Moncton wins this one cleanly. Now 2 people in front of the net, but Richard almost loses that. They call that a offside. That was close. If he could have got that shot away, I seen 2 Moncton players in front of the net. Puck jumps around a little this time, and Miramichi comes up with it. Refuse looks for the hit. Doesn't miss by much, but knocks his man off the puck. Moncton wins this one cleanly again. Richard elects to go in deep with that as the man came out to cover him right away. Cornette Patterson down low. Now up to Robinson. Quick shot. Oh, that deflected up and over. Good job by Robichaud to get in front of the net that time, because the goalie definitely didn't see it. Puck knocked right back in. Moncton's got to clear to avoid the offside. Now Robichaud on the attack. Patterson's got to be quick if he can hold off his guy, as the quick Caleb Leblanc was on the ice there. Refuse and his man collide. Miramichi moves it up ice. That goes through everybody. Agnew turns around, hits it in, and they call a high stick. I doubt that, as McPherson's head doesn't even cross the crossbar. And his stick was below his shoulders. Well, they've had nothing to call so far, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. Minute 20 to go here in the first period. Another face-off draw in the neutral area where both teams battle for possession here. Moncton able to chip it out, but Miramichi able to get it right back in. Miramichi again taking the puck from Moncton. And now Millier, the defenseman, jumping up to get involved. That's center, the puck's loose. Millier almost gets it on the other side. He tried to set it up, but here he is again. Oh, what a save by the goalie. Millier all over the place. Nobody's there back to pick him up. He retreats back now as he's the only one there because the other defenseman had to pinch in. Great little action there as Millier made the pass and almost passed to himself to get that goal. Does he get an assist and a goal on that, Tony? That goes in. Oh, Miramichi, one-on-one here. Puck won't settle down, but Miramichi takes a shot from far. Easily handled by Richford, but McPherson lobs it up and over. Casey trying to get to it, but that'll do it for the first period.
The whole period. No penalties. The whole thing.
First time in history. Well, hopefully the Gremlins are out and they start figuring things out here in the second. But until then, we got a 1-1 game. We'll join you shortly for the second period. All right, we're back here for the second period. 1-1 game. Cormier tries to go right through. Esterbrook's back to try to chip that out. Millier has to retreat into the zone. Passes off the marker. Hawks finally able to come out with it as Millier crosses the line. He bullets a shot towards the net, but it's chipped by Miramichi at the last second. Miramichi now through the neutral zone. They dump it in on net. They'll be first on it as well. It's now Miramichi again overskates the puck there, trying to keep that one in. Miramichi tries to drop it. That's a giveaway. Here's Arsenault. Nice save as that one just squirts away behind the net. And sorry, that was Cormier. Number 8. Jaden tries to play that up to Cormier. Cormier all the way up to Arsenault this time. Arsenault over to McPherson who tries to tip it in. Another pass up front. Oh my God, you can't miss any more than that. As Cormier, our leading scorer, shows you how to miss an open netter. Holy moly. All he had to do was pull the trigger. Another shot from a sharp angle by LeBlanc. That gets sent all the way around. Patterson now is going to be back for it. That goes all the way around. Poke check the last second as he loses control. Now up to Gannett. Gannett, quick shot from the point, but you'll never believe it. Nobody is there. And the goalie easily covers that one.
Yeah, Cormier must have seen a ghost on that one. I'm not sure.
The ghost of Christmas past. Well, you can bet his teammates are booing him on that one.
Oh, Jamie with the dad joke.
Right through, and Hawks player getting into a little match with the goalie as everybody is in poking around there. Oh, another back and forth, and finally, there's another one. McPherson's involved.
Haymakers flying
The
everywhere.
refs still going to let this go and say cut it out, or are they going to bring somebody? Guess what? They're bringing somebody, and it's Moncton going to the box. And the Rivermen are going to end up on a power play after that. Offensive penalty.
It's a 2-minute.
Well, Miramichi going to get a good look here. Hawks been doing overall a good job killing the last few penalties. Last game we saw the Hawks score 1.99 goals on the power play. That .99 coming just as the penalty was expiring by number 7, Casey, who's on the ice right now.
Yeah, that tandem was going really strong last game for penalty kill. Casey and McPherson.
Casey doing a good job there again. McPherson going to try to angle his man as he gets involved. And he knocks down the 6'7" player with some physical contact. Now Jay Cornett Patterson going to go on the chase. They try to make a stretch pass. Hawks being a little bit generous here as Millier gave lots of room there for that Miramichi player to walk in as he wasn't moving too quick. I'd like to see him close that gap off and show a little physicality. Refuse on the draw. Second effort by Miramichi, able to win it, but Miramichi works it at the line, now in deep. Looking for a centering pass out front now. From a sharp angle, a shot that hits Millier, and Millier is off to the races here. As he picks up some speed, he cuts to the middle, now goes wide, quick shot, misses the net. He's caught in deep, but the Hawks are there to knock it. Oh, not too deep, as LeBlanc, they're streaking. Fast shooter goes up by the ears of Richford, and he's able to stay on his toes and knock that one down with a shoulder save. He's got a nice release, that Caleb LeBlanc.
Indeed.
Just like our Millier, those things are zingers. Miramichi able to win this draw. Back to the point now. D-to-D pass as they shoot. Lots of traffic tipped. Jaden wasn't sure where that puck went. It went up and over the net. He was looking in front of him, waiting to see where that puck was going to land. Miramichi going to have one last go up the ice here as Hawks player getting ready to come out of the box. Stretch pass. Too much space again given by these Hawks as Miramichi able to work it in the zone. Quick shot up and over the net. Rebound out front. Picked up by the Hawks as they come back the other way. Oh, that pass just stick checked the last second, or Robichaud would have been gone. This one here skips to the other side. Now Cormier is going to give chase. Guedette sends it in. Cormier is going to have to clear the zone before any Moncton player can get back in. Stretch pass by Miramichi. They're doing a good job overall with these stretch passes. Caleb now, little dangle as he gets through. He's taken down. The refs don't have their hands up as he went down as he was cutting back to the net. And usually when that happens, we see an arm go in the air, but the ref didn't see anything they didn't like. We will stay 5-on-5. Hawks win that one cleanly. Nearly a back D-to-D pass up the boards as that's going to be an interference call on Miramichi as they played the body before the puck was even there. So now Moncton, quick shot, pass out front to little Estabrooks, who almost put away his chance out front. That puck there was wrapped around the boards by our defenseman, open for a winger to pick it up. But the Miramichi player came and hit him.
So in that case where there's an interference call, did that negate the icing?
Is that an icing right after that, Tony?
No, well, when they wrapped it around.
Oh, yes, as they wrapped it around. I guess it wouldn't matter after that. That's a good question. I'm just a broadcaster, Tony. Not the referee
need to get a rule
that knows all
there.
the rules here. You got me in a tricky situation there on a trick-or-treat night. Millier back. Hawks back on the power play. We've seen many of their power plays unsuccessful here. Eventually, though, at some point, again, Miramichi able to pick that puck up. That was stopped behind the net for a good 3 seconds. Miramichi first on the puck. So Moncton struggling with their power play. But you would think, even under struggling circumstances, that the puck will eventually find the back of the net. There's a chance for Estabrooks, who again gets a chance in front of the net close. Well, minute and 7 to go here in this power play. Moncton's still looking to bang away a power play goal. Guedette now shoots it from the point. That's chipped up and over the net. Agnew comes in to chip. He's able to hold it in. Now McPherson and Casey down low. They work the puck. Boudreau comes in to help. Miramichi picks it back up, though, turns around and fires it down the ice. In the early going, Miramichi doing a great job just jumping on loose pucks or being first on pucks. Another missed pass, simple little pass to break out, just missed here by the Hawks. And you can see how they're struggles continue here. That one's a giveaway. Gadet now picks that one up. He loses touch with that puck, though, and that squirts out the other side. McPherson covering for him, picks it up, puts it down low. Casey behind the net, looking for somebody. Up to Gadet. Gadet down to Casey. Penalty expiring here. 3 seconds. Casey's going to have to be quick here as he gives it to Boudreau. Boudreau now had Agnew coming in. Hawks got to watch behind them as Miramichi player out. And it's their speedster, Caleb, but Miramichi can't cradle that puck. The Hawks continue to hold it in the zone. And here they come. And here comes Caleb, and he's stick checked by Gadet. Robinson down low. Cross ice pass to McPherson. McPherson's going to send it in on goal. Hawks go for a change. Miramichi unable to make a pass here now. They go back and forth. And right there, Tony, is what I'm talking about. There's a great chance for the Hawks to be first on that puck. That was a slow-going puck around. And not even a hit, let alone first on the puck there. That puck sent through the neutral zone, picked up by Caleb LeBlanc, sent right back in. Moncton now, again, unable to make a pass. And Rivermen coming back the other way. Both teams just struggling to make passes on the tape. Keep that puck moving forward. And for that, we see a back and forth game. Refuse unable to hold that puck in the zone, and now Moncton retreats back into their own zone. As they try to skate things out. There's a nice pass right there as Millier jumps in on the zone. He takes a slapper. That's a hard one off the chest protector of Savoie, but he's able to keep it out. Along the boards now. Chipped into the zone. Millier turns and fires as Esterbrook's got to hurry to get there to try to chip that out. Shot from the point. Lots of traffic. Jaden stays on his feet, able to blocker that one out and away from the defender. As the Miramichi Riverman was standing right in front of him, waiting for anything to pounce on. Along the boards now, Esterbrook's is tripped up. His feet are taken away from him. Here's a shot from the point right on. Rebound picked up. All the way around the net, but can't quite get a trigger on it. Richford looks down at his skate as he tried to get over to the far post. And he's going to try to blame a bad edge, Tony. It's funny how when players shoot a puck and they don't quite get a good shot, they always look for the, or if they fall down, they look at their skate, they clean it.
Yeah, it must be the $400 stick.
Sometimes you just miss. Hawks again, just off the mark. Player knocked down there as Esterbrook takes a hit. That one's centered out front, but nobody home to receive it. And the Hawks again go back and forth here with the Rivermen. Gadet with a stop and go up the winger. Arsenault to Cormier. Cormier over to McPherson. There's some room here. Back over to Cormier who just misses. Oh, McPherson tried to put it off the back of the goalie and in. Snake bitten again. Hawks, a couple great opportunities this period. Just unable to finish. Here they come again. As Arsenault this time looking for some room, drops it to Cormier, but he can't get it on the backhand. Arsenault with a little chip to Millier. Millier stick checked, and again both teams trading back and forth chances. There's Caleb over skating. Here's a chance for the slot. Holy moly! Hammering shot from the slot, but missed wide. Someone knocked down by their defenseman. Miramichi able to hold this puck into the zone here as they got their big line on here. A couple big tall guys. Here's a pit. Chip right on. Good save by Richford. That was going wide by a mile, but their guy in the slot tipped that right on net. Here's a chance for the Hawks if they could just get it through. And that player came over to knock Boudreau off the puck. And here comes Miramichi back the other way, but hey, again, unable to make the pass on the stick. Hawks in deep. Casey first on it. Behind the net. Sends it out front. Here's a chance for the Hawks. Oh, another chance for the Hawks. Savoie comes over and slides over for the save as he was late to the party, but there nonetheless.
Yeah, that Caleb Boudreau has to be the fastest hippopotamus on ice that I've seen.
Well, still stuck in a 1-1 game here. The Hawks have had a couple really good chances. Unable to pull away here as Miramichi's holding on, trading back and forth. Zone time. Now along the boards. Agnew able to chip it in deep. Here's Robichaud with some room. He walks in. Oh, it was a chance there. That just went off the goalie's inside leg, I believe. Now behind the net. That's wrapped around as Refuse knocks it back in. Cornette Patterson tries to do the same thing. A lot of back and forth hockey here. Agnew again able to get it in deep. Refuse the only one back there as he tries to lay the body. Cornette Patterson tries to come in behind the net and lay the body, and now we get Miramichi moving up the wing. They trickle it in deep. First on the puck is Miramichi again. Little reverse. Look for them to hit that person in the slot if they can. Good job there behind the net by the Hawk player to hold that off.
Oh,
that puck again is off the mark as little Estabrooks is going to have to be careful as the big, giant LeBlanc defenseman came in on him quick. Pass off the mark. Miramichi trying to get possession. They're holding it in. Hawks. Estabrooks flicks it up and down, and here's Cormier. Can he finish this time? Oh, what a save! As he goes low blocker. And the goalie, Savoie, makes another nifty save. And Rivermen coming back the other way. One of those games where, oh, somebody is being called here as it looks like the Hawks are going to go to the box. Who's it going to be? Arsenault. Arsenault interference. So Miramichi, after holding off a couple good scoring opportunities, is going to have a good look here. Looking to go up by a goal here. They've hung around.
Yep.
Keeping the game simple, just being first on pucks, getting it to the point, and getting people in front of the net. Here's a shot from the point. No rebound there as their number 11 was right there in the slot looking for any scraps. Another draw won by Miramichi. Miramichi D to D as Cormier is just unable to get that stick stretched out enough to intercept that one. LeBlanc just turns and fires that one. He didn't even look, and this gives the Hawks a great chance as McPherson all alone. Quick shot, another blocker save. And here comes Miramichi up the other way as LeBlanc. He likes to go wide and fire that puck. But he's going to set things up this time from the point. Quick shot blocked by their own player. He was in front of the net. Miramichi tried to pick up that loose puck, but it kept catching skate blades and bouncing around. Here's a chance for the slot. That doesn't miss him much. Here's a rebound. Richford had to be sprawly there as he looked like Spider-Man. As he was down from the first shot that didn't miss by much. It bounced off the boards. Here's another chance. Another off the goalie, off the post. And then cleared by the Hawks, but it's not out. Miramichi again from the point. Rebound. That squirts to the corner. Miramichi keeping it simple here. All they're doing is getting that puck to the point and getting to the net for rebounds. Now along the boards, they get it back in deep. This one's knocked down by the Hawks, but they're unable to clear. No shot from the point. As number 11 is looking for a tip. This one finally down and out, but not in deep. And the Hawks can't change. McPherson able to get a change. And that's going to be an icing on Miramichi. They're not going to like that call, but the Hawks love it. 13 seconds to go here. Miramichi was close. They're not done yet. They're holding in. Next goal is going to be a big one. Miramichi able to win the draw. They reverse it. Great pressure there by Boudreau. And this one's knocked down as they were looking for the stretch pass as Millier jumped in. And now Miramichi from a far angle tries a shot. Back to 5-on-5. Miramichi player down in the corner hurt as he went into the boards awkwardly. That's offside, and it's going to give Miramichi's player a little bit of time as he's still down from injury. He's up now. He's in some pain. Not sure if he just got a stinger or what, but hopefully we'll see him back. Hawks now able to win that draw. D-to-D pass was off the mark. Agnew forced to put it back in his own zone. And Miramichi again applying great pressure with some hits as they try to keep that puck in. They do. Miramichi player all alone. They got a streak of player up front trying to get it there. Millier knocks it down. As again, just small things, just working hard, being first on pucks and getting some chances, this Miramichi team. You can bet if they continue to do this the way the Hawks are playing, they may find the next goal before the Hawks. It's a chance to put one on net from the point, but elects to dump it in the corner there. As Miramichi picks this puck up and comes back the other way. Guedette now moves across the line, 3-on-2. Sends out for a quick shot, scores! Nice job by Guedette to find the streaking Robichaud on that 3-on-2. Miramichi up the ice, chipped in. Refuse, first back. Tries to send it over to the winger, Robichaud. He can't chip it out. Here comes Miramichi now looking to turn and fire. They do, right on. as they had a couple defenders there looking for a rebound. That's chipped in. Refuse tries to go for it. Here comes Caleb LeBlanc looking to cut into the middle as he's got that right-handed shot. It's flicked in deep. Miramichi goes for a change, so lots of time here for the Hawks to get the puck up ice, but they don't seem to be in a hurry, and that's stripped away from them, and Miramichi's going to come back the other way. Nice pass there by LeBlanc. They chip it in. Go after it. Oh, nice little play there. Almost like a setup play, eh, Tony?
Yep.
They had the 2-on-1 early, but he chips it in. And he's the first one back on the puck to center it to his man, and he knew it was coming. But it just hopped over his stick. Moncton now. Cormier, Arsenault. That's just sent behind. Oh, nice job. Oh, rebound picked up by Arsenault as he drove the net. The shot wasn't hard, but the goalie was thrown out. It goes off his pad, bounced off the defender, and Arsenault was still there to find that rebound and sneak it to the back of the net. He's been snake bitten here for the last several games. He had a hot start to the year.
That'll feel good. Get that one in.
Doesn't have to be pretty. You just want to feel that first goal after a long drought for sure. And now here come the Hawks again. Nice little move as they try to send it out front. Cormier now back up to Millier. Fire off the shin pads. Millier picks it up. Then a shot towards the net. Good job there by Boudreau as he was looking to tip that in, but he just missed the mark. Now Cormier behind the net to Boudreau. Boudreau back to Cormier. Cormier back up to Millier. Millier now tries to center it through everybody. The puck's a little bit loose. Just a little bit, Tony. Just a little bit loose.
Just a little.
That one's pushed ahead. And Richford's going to try to play it up the ice. Here's a chance for McPherson. And McPherson's on there. Now he tries to get it. The puck's still loose. The goalie's out of the net. Puck again. Another chance. Side of the net. The Hawks have picked it up. Richford looking for that assist. Second time in the game here. Almost got one there. As that little McPherson, if you watch him in practice, he never misses. And that time, he was being hacked from behind.
That one on.
Here's another chance. Boudreau's got some quick wheels. The overtime winner off the mask of the goalie. And he gives Boudreau a slash. As he said, don't hit me in the head. Oh, another chance. Up and over the net by Casey. Hawks are soaring here in the second period.
Soaring. I see what you said there.
Yes, sir. Well, after a back and forth period with a couple good chances by the Hawks, they looked like they were snake bitten. Looked like Miramichi might have a chance to pull ahead on a couple power plays. The Hawks able to buckle down hard and find the net twice and get up by a score of 3-1. Well, we'll take our final break of the game before entering the third period here, and we'll catch you in about 10 to 15. spectacular. The Hawks were able to finish off strong in that second period and get up a couple of goals, but Miramichi hasn't gone away yet. Expect a good pushback here in the third. Both teams are standing. The sticks are banging, and here comes Miramichi, but they're cut off right away. Big hit by their player. Nice little elusive move there by Richard to sneak by two defenders and get it in deep. Millie's jumped in on the rush. Miramichi jumps back on a 3-on-1 right off the get-go as they try to center it. And Patrice had to be sneaky as Millie jumped in. Moncton's going to have to be careful as they're only up by a couple goals, and you don't want to play this extra goal game here. Miramichi comes back the other way again. Still only one defenseman back there. Quick shot, rebound. Picked up by Gadet. Well, there's a chance for McPherson in the slot, and the goalie again goes slashing at Boudreaux for the second time this game. Ref's going to let that one go, however. Well, Tony, just like that, we see defenseman jump in on the rush, get caught in a 3-on-1. That could have put Miramichi right back in there. Hawks are still going to have to play smart here. As Miramichi is skating hard here in this final third period. Another little move as he works his way to the slot, drops it off, sneaking in, quick shot, rebound again. As the Hawks are on their heels to start the third, quick shot. That goes through a bunch of bodies. He didn't get much wood on it, thank goodness, as nobody's seen that one coming to the last second. Miramichi back the other way again as they center a pass, backhander right on. As Miramichi picking up their rebounds there even when they're behind the net. Again from the slot, tipped wide. Moncton sleeping here in the third. As they finally lose the sugar rush. And they're going to have to pump some sugars in them and get that insulin going again. That one trickles in down on the goalie. And Miramichi not liking anybody coming close to their net as they're still battling back and forth. The ref goes down in a twisty twirl move. As he practices his ballerina skills.
Yeah, might feel that tomorrow.
At our age, Tony, I feel it just standing here.
Yeah, same. I'm going to blame the ice. There's a little repair going on. Make it look good.
Always something, right, Tony? Always something. Never the fact that you just didn't do it correctly. Holy moly, there's only 2 minutes gone in this period. It feels like Miramichi has been all over the board here. Feels like at least 4.5 minutes. But we've just started. Maybe that little ice repair is what the Hawks needed to regroup. The Rivermen able to win that draw back. Moncton pounces on it first. Miramichi gets it back. Nice little cutoff move by Richard. As he tried to get through a couple defenders to get that shot away. That's wrapped all the way around as Robichaud now spins, unable to get it out. Now in the slot. Good looking shot there up and over the net. As Miramichi getting into the high scoring chances, just unable to hit the net on that last one. This one.
Too many men call here.
Lots of chirping now starting to happen behind the play. As you can see, the Rivermen we were talking about in front of the net, they don't like anything going on. And a little bit of bad blood starting to boil over here. Keep an eye on that as the game goes on. Well, Tony, it happened in front of the Rivermen's bench, but it looks like it's the Hawks that are getting the penalty for too many men on the ice. So after a rocketing start here by the Rivermen, they're going to go on the power play right away. Rivermen win the draw, back to the point. Two guys collapse to the net as they look to tip this one and turn around, fire right on. Jaden able to get in front of that one.
Sneaky play there down to the side of the net. Quick turnaround shot. Richford able to smother that one.
Rivermen did a good job. They brought two guys side by side in front of the net, then they just peeled away at the last second, almost like a set play. Now back to the point, the Rivermen keeping two guys in front of that net. Rivermen going to go on a 5-on-3 here. Ref's got his hand up again as they call a hook. So now the whistles are coming out. We've seen the goalie do a couple slashes here and get away with them early. But now they are starting to call some of these calls. And just like that, the Rivermen are going to have a great opportunity with 1:40 still to go on that first power play. 5-on-3 to go. Good chance to tie this game up. Rivermen trying to set things up as the Hawks move back and forth. Little chance there looking for the tip as he sent that right through the slot area. Now Hamilton from the point. Good job there by Robinson jumping up. He's able to get a piece of that and block it to the side of the net. Miramichi back up to the point. There's Robinson. Gets his stick out. Great chance there. Richford slides over for the save as they look to one-time that pass.
Yeah, that was a nice setup. Hit LeBlanc coming down the center of the ice from the high slot. Dangerous player, but again, no rebound.
Yeah, that's key. That allows the Hawks to get some new fresh bodies out there as well. Here's the Hawks again. Trying to get over there. Millier now up there. Richford puts that one to the side. Quick little pass out front. And that was a great opportunity for the Hawks to clear it as Miramichi wasn't ready for that quick little pass. Now LeBlanc trying to work his way to the middle. Out to the high slot. Nobody in front of the net. Richford easily blockers that one to the corner. And now they work that pass, trying to move it to the slot area. Poked away. Moncton doing a good job on this three-man system, taking turns. As Cormier now, got to be careful. Tip right on, rebound, scores! As 1 second still to go, so they're going to remain on the power play. The Hawks unable to get through that first period, or first penalty. So that'll kill off one penalty, and the Rivermen will still be on the power play for 22 seconds. One second to go still on that power play on the scoreboard, but they let the player out because of the goal. Just making sure everybody was paying attention there.
It'll be the test after the game there. Jamie's just making sure we're all studied up.
Well, that's the 5th goal of the game, and every single goal has happened with the guy standing within a stick length of the crease. So if you want a goal in U15 AAA hockey, you better go to the net. Here's a great chance for the Hawks to redeem themselves. Breakaway! Great save by the goalie, as Robichaud was unable to put it up and over the glove. Hawks now center, quick shot, good save again by their goalkeeper. He's played a pretty good game overall, keeping them in this game. Back from the point, weak little shot doesn't quite make it through, and here comes LeBlanc all the way through. He's the number 1 sniper, scores! Tied up 3-3, just like that, as their number 1 player gets on the board. And a slow start and penalty trouble by the Hawks after they seem to gain control are now back tied up. Hawks after all the preseason games, Hawks have never allowed 3 goals or more in back-to-back games. They're now in uncharted territory, as here comes Miramichi again. Hawks now looking to centering pass that one.
It's often the way, right? You get a grade A chance at one end, goalie makes a save, and you come back the other way and score a goal.
100%. I think right off the get-go, you've seen the Hawks. Not that you don't want to see them stay offensive, but right off the get-go in that first 2 minutes, it dictated what kind of period they were going to play. And instead of playing a smart game, they were jumping up in the rush early. They got to hold the dig out now, as this is one of those games you expect the Hawks to win, but you can't take any game lightly. And if you don't do the right things, you just don't get the right result. But we still got 13 minutes to go. We'll see if they can reel in the game and get the train back on the rails. Hawks chip it in deep. Casey behind the net. Earlier this year, we've seen the Hawks work that cycle down low really good, but we haven't seen that this game too many times, where the players work it in the corner and then try to center it out. And at worst, if they can't make anything happen, get it to the point. There's a good shot on net. Another slash by the goalie, again to Boudreau. That's the 3rd slash on him from the goalie for no apparent reason. LeBlanc ahead of everybody again. Tries to drop it back for his guy. He's been dangerous as of late. Casey now gets it deep. He stood up late. No call for interference. I think if the Hawks, Tony, move their legs after they dump it in, they're going to be forced to take that penalty. But if you come in slow, they're not going to call that for sure. Moncton trying to put on the chase, but Miramichi still controlling the puck. That pass is off cue. Cadet now trying to force that one towards the net. That's just wide. Esterbrook's looking for the tip out front. Now, battle along the boards. Moncton's going to have to come out and win one of those battles we're seeing so many times Miramichi winning. Last time we played this team, it was 7-1 for the Hawks. Goalie again takes a big hit behind the net as he hits Cormier. And the ref just not calling anything the goalie does here. But yet, gave Miramichi a 5-on-3 for a couple of hooks and interference calls. Very interesting.
Goalie's dressed up in his best Ron Hextall impersonation tonight.
Hawks able to win the draw. Good little pass over to Richard. Richard takes a nice shot. There's a rebound. And that goes wide as the Hawks players just not ready for rebounds in front of the net. It's like they don't expect it, Tony. Put your stick on the ice, and after the defenseman shoots, you should be scrambling hard for that puck. Miramichi looking for a fast break. That one's cut off by a refuse, but he overskates it. Miramichi back the other way. Again, Miramichi able to get that shot away. Earlier in the year, another thing we've seen, the defensemen were stepping up really good and not allowing any teams to even get across the line with possession of that puck. They were forcing them to either chip it. But as of late, they've been backing up and allowing teams to get in and make a move towards the middle. Get it now. Lots of room. Hey, this one over the glove. No screen, just a nice hard release. And the goalie would like to have that one back. And Moncton again finds their way on top. Miramichi knocks it in deep. Giveaway at the line, that's knocked in deep. Miramichi trying to hold it in. They do. First on the puck, looking for a centering pass. That goes off the skate. Now back to the point. D-to-D pass. Miramichi gets it in deep all the way around. That one's picked up by the Hawks. Hawks coming back the other way, up to Casey. And again, look at that. Tony and Miramichi holding the line there. They're not backing up, and you've seen them knock it away. And that's what the Hawks were doing really good last few games. Up until the last few, I should say. Agnew tries to hold that one in. Fast man break here. Caleb, the goal scorer, coming back in the slot. Quick shot scores! You do not want to give that guy time in the slot like that. As he ties it up. 4-4. And the Hawks definitely feeling the absence of Frenette, Martin, and St. Clair tonight as they look a little tired out there. Back-to-back games of 4 goals for a team that was doing so good in the goals against.
Yeah, goals against for sure.
At 8 minutes 38 seconds, as Rivermen scored goals for number 15 was lost. That's number 17 doing at 8:38.
Well, I'll tell you, Tony, I remember my days of the no puck practice. And you didn't have to lose a game for those to happen sometimes. And it's simple. You don't want to skate the games because you're too tired? Well, we can fix that. And when you get everybody skating, you won't have trouble. But if you don't want to work hard out there on the ice, You can't just hope for the best. And these last couple games for the Hawks, even though they got the win last time in overtime, again, it comes down to the effort full time every shift.
I used to tell my players, like, during the games, I can't force you to skate, but guess what? Practices are my time. Make a choice.
Nope, and it's just the small things. It's nothing the Hawks can't fix. It's just a matter of doing it. Getting in front of the net. There's a big hit by Gadet.
On 2 players.
Yes, 2 down. Looks like bowling in the corner there. That's one thing we haven't seen much this game from the Hawks is some physical play. Not necessarily big hits, just good old physical play. Giveaway there at the line as the Hawks just unable to get that puck in deep and go get it again. Taking a couple shifts off here, almost collecting their wind, it seems, as again try to get a little fancy there. Instead of moving the puck up the ice, they're trying to dangle.
Watch out.
And another dangle experience giveaway. Good chance here. And the Miramichi player gives it away. Another chance in the slot. And the Hawks able to come out with it. It's Miramichi who wants this game more. Again, there's a too many men call, but the refs don't call it. Everybody was off there. There might have been 12. A giveaway. To Kalev looking for a third. Oh, Jane just gets the toe on it. That one's knocked down. Boudreaux sends it in, and the Hawks go for a change. Hawks unable to get a power play other than that one they had. Goalie slashed a couple times. There was too many men on the ice there. And the Hawks will continue to be the most penalized team in the league, apparently. McPherson behind the net. Winger's not on the boards there, so no options for him to play it. As he tries to force it up the boards, and by that time, Miramichi's already covered them. A little bit of sitting still. As you see, the white bodies flying in for support and help. As McPherson tries to redirect his man on where he should be, Hawks finally come back out. McPherson driving the net, looking for a rebound. Just get that on net. McPherson's there as he tries to hack it. He gets pushed from behind, and now everybody again gets involved as they don't like anybody around their goalie. 4-4 game with 5 to go. Not something anybody was thinking.
No, but you got to give these Miramichi team some credit. We've been playing these kids for a long time, and they don't quit. We saw that as they come out the third period.
Absolutely. Here's a chance right from the slot. Quick little shot by McPherson. Now from the point, as Robinson tries to hammer that in. McPherson now tries to go through the legs. Here's another little nifty pass. That just squirts off a stick. He's back. He turns around and fires off the shin pad. And Miramichi off the glass and down the ice. Miramichi pressuring hard, though, as they got 2 guys down there able to cough the puck over. Another guy in to try to hold that in. Estabrooks just flicks it out of the zone as Moncton goes for a change. They're going to have to be quick here as they try to go back up the boards quickly. Miramichi puts the hit on, but loses his stick. Moncton in a fast break. Cormier trying to get through. Trying to put it up and over the shoulder, but Sam was there. As Moncton bumped off the puck. Look at the effort there by that Miramichi player. He got the puck up and down the ice, but it'll be icing. A little bit more fire in these Rivermen than the Hawks. But both teams have had a couple close chances here, as anything towards the net is dangerous now. Hawks now. Millier down low, tries to center it. Miramichi doing a good job getting their sticks involved, not allowing any of those passes through the crease. Millier now takes a 9-iron and puts it out of play.
In fairness, I think that one was tipped, I think.
Was that tipped, Tony?
Yeah, it was.
That looked like it went straight out of the ballpark. Hopefully that's what the Jays are doing tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be getting home there and watching the game.
Hawks win the draw cleanly. Gadet now. Double tipped, and nobody there to pick up the rebound, but good job getting in front of the net on that one. Oh, that puck just takes a weird bounce off the boards, and Gadet goes crashing into it. It's wrapped around the boards. Miramichi on the chase. Moncton's got to be quick here to transition. They do. Looking for the breakaway pass. It's all side. There's that ball. Better chance by Cormier. I think if we look that one back, it was a little bit offside, Tony, but I don't mind that they didn't call it. But it's Cormier. Snake bitten again. Who's going to be the hero tonight? Next goal wins, I'm sure. Moncton trailed 1-0 early, scored 3 to go up by 2, and has since blown that lead, and we're tied here at 4. Big battle behind the net. There's some hard work coming there from our Hawk player as he tries to battle him off. Robichaud looking like a workhorse. And now the Hawks. Little backhander by Agnew to get it in. Quick shot, glove down by Savoy. 2:30 to go here in the third. Miramichi loving where they're at.
Yeah, if you would have offered them a tie game with 2:30 to go in the game, I think they would have taken it.
Gadet tries to hold that one in. He does. Now Moncton trying to get to it. Miramichi doing a good job closing in the lane. Here's Caleb. He's got some wheels. Looking to go around. Strong body. He leaves it behind. They overskate the puck. Here's a good 2-on-2. Gadet joins the rush. Patterson tries to make it. Oh, he goes from behind, and that's going to do it for him tonight. Miramichi player still down as Fournette Patterson makes his way to the penalty box. He may not be going there for long as he's thrown out. So he will miss the game tomorrow. And the Hawks are down another player. That one could be a 5 in a game, and that will give Miramichi a chance. Well, folks, this is a big penalty here, where there's only 1:49 to go in the game. Even if the Hawks kill this off, they go into overtime.
They're still in the box, yeah.
And they'll be pretty much in the box for that whole overtime period, as it's only 5 minutes long. So you're talking a couple minutes if they could survive it.
Defenseman LeBlanc there is slowly sitting up now. Is that their goal score? And he's able to walk away of his own on his own steam, so that's always a good sign. Don't want to see anybody get hurt. So,
well, here's the chance the Rivermen been hoping for. Can you imagine Halloween night coming into Moncton's barn? Moncton is 1-1 at home and has let in a total of 9 goals in 3 games so far at home. Let's see what the Hawks can do here. McPherson on the attack. As he's in, and the goalie gives him a little shove, not much of one, but just enough. There's a little interference call as McPherson trying to get back. Player. Oh, damn, that puck's knocked out. McPherson back to put on a little pressure. Now Boudreau. He's trying to angle his man as Caleb, the 2-man goal scorer. He's got wheels, going to try to cut to the middle, take that forehand shot. So dangerous. And the Hawks try to turn and clear that one. The second effort, they do. Hawks go for a change here as everybody comes off. 4 new bodies on. Don't want to give this guy a chance to wheel and deal. That Caleb LeBlanc is so fast. He's on the far side now. They chip it in deep. LeBlanc in the corner wraps it all the way around. Rivermen able to hold it in as they try to set something up now from behind the net. Now to LeBlanc, back up to the point. Lots of bodies in front of the net. That's chipped down as Casey sends it far and over as he was looking for a lane but didn't see one. So he tries to kill time off the clock. 22 seconds. The Hawks are going to want to do everything they can to hold this puck in here and not let this guy skate as he moves the puck out. And now, with 10 seconds to go, Rivermen looking to set up for one last crash. That puck unable to get out, but it's at the point right where they want it. Little stick check. Going to try to force it over to LeBlanc. He's going to fire this one. Throw it out front. And that one tips off the goalie and wide. And we'll go to overtime for the 3rd time this year.
why am I nervous?
We're in overtime now for the 3rd time. And the Hawks will be penalized for the first 3 minutes and 11 seconds of this 5-minute overtime. So if, for any reason, they can kill this penalty, they'll have a minute and 49 seconds of 3-on-3 to try to win. Look for the Rivermen to start number 15, Boudreau. Look for him to be skating end-to-end. I'd be surprised if we don't see him try to cut to that middle, streaking down the wing at least once or twice here in this overtime period on a 4-on-3.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of open ice here on the 4-on-3.
Well, here we go. Overtime again. The 2nd game in a row for the Hawks. They were lucky the first 2. Will they be lucky here? Not a good start on the penalty. Power play for Rivermen, but let's see how they do. Here's Caleb looking to go in, cutting towards the way he wants a quick shot. Scores! You knew it was happening. You knew it was happening. Everybody knew it was happening. I guarantee if you were to call one player, he was going to try to go end-to-end with his speed and use his shot as he cuts across the ice. And he does it. He gets the hat trick. And the Rivermen stun the Hawks in overtime.
So the Hawks are back in action, going to Miramichi tomorrow evening, hoping to return the favor and regroup a little bit.
Miramichi cheering like they won a best-of-7 series, and for good reason, as the Hawks are the #1 team, and the Rivermen are last. And they came into our barn and made us pay. And that's what happens, folks, when you just don't play 60 minutes. Anybody can win. And the Hawks find themselves on the bottom of this game. Stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.